Good morning, and welcome to this morning's Wuxing Pai Taijiquan class. My name is Jeff Cote. I am the Occidental Taoist. So we're going to continue, as I mentioned on Tuesday, we're going to continue just kind of doing a few times through, after our warm-up, we're going to do a few times through that swimming dragon section to the right side. And depending on how much time we have, perhaps we'll start working on the left and looking at those same transitions and structural pieces, just kind of breaking it apart and then putting it back together, seeing how the structure works and then the changes that happen. I'm going to adjust the camera just a little bit so it's angled down a little, or maybe even move it here. Move it down. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how that works. Nope, now it cuts off my head. I do need the height. There we go. I guess that's probably about as good as we're going to get. All right. So let's get started with feet roughly shoulder width and parallel. Angle's wrong. There we go. Roughly shoulder width and parallel. Nice and relaxed. Get your feeling of the feet on the ground. I like to come up onto the balls of the feet and settle down. That way I'm not sitting back on my heels. And then back and forth, left and right, kind of just feeling the dynamic pressure, rotational action in the hips, in, out. Just getting a good basic structure. Relaxing the spine. And the hips sinking into the legs. Dropping the shoulders. Getting a good central equilibrium. Establishing Zhongding, that sense of extending down, extending up. Really centralize in that lower dantian and then begin with the expansion. Then I'm going to reverse the breathing, take a deep breath in with the hands here. Exhale out. And then bounce. And counter swing. And column swing. And counter column swing. and close. Ling Kong Jing this morning. Keep this up. My dog is whining at the door to come in. He's probably hot and needs water. I'll be right back. Good boy. And reverse. And pause. Bring the hands down. Hands, wrists, and fingers. Other way. Adding the elbows. The other way. shoulders. Pause here. Just hold that. Roll the elbows under, extend the palms out. Gently outreach and receive simultaneously. That sense of extending and receiving. Balance them out. Open the back. And down. Reverse. trunk twists from the center. Patting the waist and the hips. Waist rotations. The other way. Down to the hips, widen the feet. Open up the ball and socket joint of the hip. And rotations. The other way. Other side, pulling that ball and socket joint open. The other way. Both at the same time. And we're going to turn, open, keeping that knee open. Don't let it collapse. Keep it open as you shift and turn, really stretching out this rotation. Sit into this leg, receive here, rotate open here. Keep that tailbone down. And the other way, coming back and turning. And shake it out. Patting your legs. Friction rub the knee. Other side. Friction rub the knee. Small circles, feet stay flat on the ground. Support the kneecaps. The other way. Deep bends. Keep the heels down. Look up at an angle. Keep the spine as long as you can. Keep your weight in the center of the triangles of the feet. Shift into one leg, rotating the ankle and hip. The other way. Foot and ankle. Other way. Brushing the grass. Other way. Behind. Other way. Bring your leg up and out. Out to the side. And behind. Cross behind. Sit down. Twist the spine. Come up. Bring that leg up. Knee down. And knee back, hip forward. Out. And around. Rotate up. Check it out. Other side. Ankle and hip. The other way. Foot and ankle. Other way. Brushing the grass. Other way. Behind. Other way. Half an out. Out to the side. And behind. Cross. Cross behind. Spine long. And turn it from the bottom up. And up. Knee up. Heel back, knee down. Knee back, hip forward. Back out. And around. And relax. Shake it up. Press the knees back. Make the spine long. Flatten the back. Lift the sacrum and fold at the waist. Turn to one side. The other side. Two dragons circle the pond. Back to center. Squat stance. And inguinal stretch. Rock back and forth. If you feel so inclined, you can do a suspension. And just slowly let your weight come up, centered on the hands, and pick the feet up. Really letting the hips open up. And back, press up with the legs and roll the spine up. Dragon spine, serpentine articulation of the spine. And relax, shake it out. All right, let's go through a few times that right side of the swimming dragon section of the Wuxing Long Pai Taijiquan long form. Okay, so we're going to start here in this basic Jianzhuang posture with the hands up and out. Shoulders down. As you can see, about eyebrow level. We begin. Remember, we sink and turn, or shift and turn. The hands turn up. Shift, sink, the hands turn down or back. Straighten that back leg. Sink back in, back to the center, turn the foot, up the center line, and out. Back in and sink down. Under, around, kick the water over, out, over the top. Power of the immortal. What ape presents the fruit? Push left, turn from underneath, back, Everything slightly inward. Sink again. Turn. Underneath. White crane kicks with one leg. I'm not going to step all the way up because I don't have the room. So I'm going to step up partially and withdraw the leg instead. Bring the right leg up and kick. Sweep right and left. Butterfly touches the water. Green dragon stirs the waves. Step right, sink, left, shift, and elbowing left and right. Split and grasp the arm. Turn back and look at the moon. Under. Fair lady threads the shuttle. Passing clouds. Hammer fist. And dragon sweeps the sky. Double uppercut. Double elbow. Split right and grasp the arm. Turn and look back at the moon. Two dragons passing. And white presents the fruit. Okay. All right. Let's flow through that again. I'm going to actually shift and start over here a little bit just so I get a little bit more room. I'm just going to take a little drink of water. It's warm today. All right. That way I don't kick it over either. I almost did that time. Same thing. One of the things we're really trying to pay attention to is this feeling of the chi moving down and then filling and moving down and filling. Even when I move up and down, and in this form, unlike a lot of other Tai Chi forms, there is up and down, particularly in this section. This section has a lot of where you'll come up and you'll move back down. And, sometimes we're way down. We're way down here. We come, Fair Lady threads the shuttle. We're way low. And then there's a rising energy. Okay. It's important that we always stay inside the triangles of the feet. No matter how we're rising up and down. Remember, when I go up, I sink the energy. I sink the chi. So here in this Fair Lady threads the shuttle, when I'm coming from this deep stance upward, okay, I'm kind of imagining I'm making contact with something and I'm draining that through this leg. Notice, don't collapse. Never collapse that leg. Always keep it open. We're getting a twist. This section of the form is very much about really opening up the areas that are really reluctant to shift and change and really open up and allow more chi flow. So we're going to play around with that some. You really feel this in here, this ball and socket joint of the hip, when you're coming up and you're keeping that tailbone down, this knee open. There's a lot of energy that comes through this hip. Now, if you don't just think about the palm in the sense of pushing someone, don't push. Think about just expanding, but you're expanding with the elbow and the palm. Right? And you'll feel how you engage from the ground through all this tissue here, right into the palm. Okay, it's an important element in this particular form. All right, let's do it again. I'm gonna move this. I got a little carpet here, or one of those oval, I don't remember what they're called, the type of style of rug. But anyways, I'm gonna move it so I feel like I can have more even footing. So we start here, start to this side. Some room, but not too much. Eyebrow level. Like I usually kind of go for the thumbs to be around eyebrow level. This lets me have the arms here. There's a curvature. There's a natural curvature. It's not linear. I'm not out. It's stiff. Nice and relaxed. As though I just went. Okay. And dragon stretches his wings. Come down, turn. Back in. And up and out. Back in and down. Under, around, over the top, receive left, press with the right, roll. This is a sort of rolling in, right? Receiving into the center and sinking. White egg presents the fruit. And back, in, down, turn. White egg presents the fruit. White crane kicks with one leg. Butterfly touches the water. Sweep right. Shift from the center and down. Green dragon stirs the waves. Notice this hand has this coil. It comes out, coils. Right? This one just drops. Splash, like you're splashing it down on the surface of water. Green dragon stirs the waves. Elbowing left and right. And split and grasp the arm. Remember this turn, this leg. You can see the foot. It turns in. See from the front a little easier. After I've done that split, I'm going to grasp the arm, turning on the heel here and straightening it out. This heel provides an energy for this extension. Meanwhile, the receptivity here draws receptivity here. All right, and turn back and let's do it again. From here, we've got elbow right, split, and grasp the arm. Turn and look back at the moon. This is where I really sink into this fair lady threads the shuttle. Come up, expand out as I turn. This just comes from the center out. It's all one. This is all one move. It's not this and this are two separate things. They come out of this growth from deep in the leg. So down here, I've come around, I'm deep in this right leg. I turn it, I sit back into it. Now, you see? Okay. Let's do that again. Turn and look back at the moon. Under, over, turn. Hammer fist. Dragon sweeps the cloud, sweeps the cloud, sweeps the sky. Double uppercut. Double elbow. Compress and expand. Split and grasp the arm. Turn and look back at the moon. And 2 dragons passing. Put that heel down, bring the foot around, split and open. Where he presents the fruit. All right. And close. Lots of little nuance there, lots of little details. There's a lot of it in that section, right? And some of the movements seem counterintuitive. They're really easy for you to unroot yourself by going too far, reaching too much. Just remember your basic principles. Calm and relaxed, centered and grounded. Whole and complete, always paying attention to the whole and making sure it's balanced. Alive and lively. Nothing is flaccid, nothing is tense. Everything is alive and lively. There's that sense of wholeness. The shapes change, but the feeling stays the same. Okay? Shosha, thank you guys very much for joining me for this morning's Wuxing Long Pai Taijiquan class. If you haven't, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. It helps me. The more people I have you subscribe, the more options I have for the way I can live stream. And that way, when we get back to having classes, I can still live stream some stuff for folks that aren't ready. And I can have my phone set up to do that. Maybe I'll bring my Chromebook. We'll see. If there's a Wi-Fi for me to use, that's always possible. If not, I can record it and release it later. If you'd like to support me, you can go to my coffee page. That's ko-fi.com/Occidental Taoist. If you want to get some other exclusive content that I've got on Patreon, go to my Patreon page. That's patreon.com/Occidental Taoist. And I've got a live stream that I do every day from 12:30 to 1. I shifted the time on Facebook from 12 to 12:30 to 12:30 to 1 because some of my classes have started back up at some locations and I just couldn't make the 12 o'clock time anymore. Not where I could get a signal and go live. So I'm still doing that every day, half-hour Qigong class. Sometimes it goes 40 to 45 minutes. One time I totally lost track of time because I didn't realize how long we were doing something, and I went almost an hour. But I try to keep it to a half hour so folks on a lunch break or anything like that can just do a quick Qigong, get some Qigong in for the day. It's always different stuff, but it's pretty basic. A lot of the stuff that we do in here as part of our warm-up is included. Counter swings, always. But then we, all the various Qigongs that we've done and Dao Yin and things like that, I introduce them at various times and I rotate them around. So if you want to catch some of those, go ahead. That's on my Facebook page. That's the Occidental Taoist on Facebook. All right. So thank you guys very much. Have yourselves a wonderful day and many blessings of radiant health and a peaceful, happy heart.